Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It's gonna be just me again. Kind of am bulk recording again, and there's a few things that's gonna happen at the start of the episode one that I forgot to mention last time because we're doing trades. Scouting is on auto, and I was wondering why I haven't been able to scout. It's because it's on auto, and we need to scout some players. Not that we have a good pick because we took over Houston Astros, so we're getting like the 25th pick in the first round. So not good, but we're going to turn that on. And it is Sunday, which in the in-game calendar, Sundays is usually the scouting day. So we're going to do that in a sec. And we're going to make some more trades. We are going to try to dump more salary and get some pitching. I should have took a picture of the trade I just had, but this time it's with the Mariners. We're going to grab from them Colin Snyder, who's not even on their big league roster. We're going to grab Jonathan Hernandez. We'll give them Jordan Michaels. And I forgot who the other person was, so we'll just find someone here. Shea Whitcomb does it. Oh, I remember who it was. It was Bartholomew. We're dumping two huge contracts to the Mariners to get Colin Snyder and Jonathan Hernandez. Now, I know you're thinking, the Mariners wouldn't do that in real life. No, they wouldn't. But it does make sense for them because even though he's making $20.3 million, he's a 72 overall. And even though he has deep potential, it's the Mariners. The Mariners make anybody in that bullpen really good. He immediately comes in. He's better than Colin Snyder. He'll be their one, two, three, four, sixth best, seventh best arm out of the bullpen because of Munoz. Like, if there is anybody having a bad season, no. I mean, Brash is. I wish we could grab Brash. If we could do this for instead, I would. But oh, wrong person. Plus, we have too many lefties in the bullpen. But Gabe Spire having a bad year. Gregory Santos having a good year. Trent Thornton for him having a good year. So Spire is having a bad year right now in 10 innings. Jordan Michaels is not having the best of years either, but he's doing better than Gabe. He's younger, so they can keep him for a while if they re-sign him. But again, it's the Mariners. They make everybody good. And apparently they made a trade. They traded Dominic Canzone for Jose Miranda, who is someone I was looking at. But they got a third baseman, so good on them. But now they're a little, I could say a little thin on outfield help because they have Cade Marlowe. Oh, they sent him down. Okay, Mitch is gone, not there too. But they have Luke Raley, who is good. He's a good player. They have Dylan Moore, who, yeah, I know in real life he won the Gold Glove for utility player, but he's just not the best. Sorry, Dylan Moore. You're not, I mean, you're a 71 overall, but you're not the greatest. Bartholomew Golenstein comes over, gives them more depth in the outfield and at first base if Jordan Alvarez get hurt. He's speedy. He's having a great start to the year. We dumped two big contracts. It gives them a need what they're looking for. And it's only for 1 year. So even if they send him down, that money for them is gone. Like, it doesn't matter anyway. Because they're probably not going to keep him. So he's gone. It takes our budget from down 100, almost 101 million, down to 57. We are getting closer to actually being even. Because even though they're losing overall, if we can somehow get to even, there are some some free agents I might want to sign. So we're gonna do this. We're getting worse in our bullpen, but better because we have like two righties and like five lefties in the bullpen. So we get another righty, another hard thrower, Someone who can actually strike out people like Jordan Michael can't do. And we're getting also Jonathan Hernandez, who probably is not even going to be on the Major League club, but he's there. He's got arbitration years. If someone gets hurt, we can bring him up. He throws hard. Just something we like. Because I tried to look at it first, and we could technically do, I think it's this, just straight up. And I know I said I wanted to keep the creative people as long as I could, but when you're having, we this is also a rebuild, you know? I can't have them all the time. I need to get money. It's sad that David Quinn is making $40 million because he would be really good. He's a good developmental piece, but it sucks that he's making $40 million because that's a cap. That's a handicap. But actually, I think now I don't. I like Hernandez, but I just feel like now looking at it, Bartholomew is just not great. The Mariners are taking on more money. Sure, we're not going down to 57 million, but we're going down to 82. We're getting rid of Jordan Michael's big contract because, you know, he's got 1 year of arbitration, but when you're making this much money, and even if he sucks in arbitration, he's going to probably want just as much. And we don't want to pay it. I'd rather pay Colin Snyder, who's 28. He's a bit older, but he's making $740. And that's what I like. I like that they get a good young guy who, well, let's be fair, again, it's the Mariners. He'll probably turn it around and be like one of the best relief pitchers by All-Star break. But we like it. We get rid of more money. We get rid of we get Colin Snyder, a good bullpen piece who, you know, like I said, he throws hard. He's got good break stuff. He's got a lot better strikeout stuff than Jordan Michaels, which is good because, you know, last game you saw, I did, that was a whopping. I got whooped. It was a whooping, not a whopping. I don't know what a whopping is, but it sounds almost worse than a whooping. But because, you know, just for some reason could strike out. John Beaver's knuckleball just was not hitting, and those freaking the umpire, man. I think the umpire rigged that game for the Cubs. Not saying that we would have won anyway, but like some of those balls and strike calls, like, my God, what is happening? And it's a smaller trade. I don't know. I think I'll give him a little longer, but I'm really, really thinking of trading him away. It's like, if I go to calendar real quick, is there a good team I know that doesn't have a first baseman? Royals do, Guardians do, Tigers don't. Could maybe pull something there from the Tigers. Twins don't. They're winning right now. I don't think the Twins have a first baseman anyway. Let's look real quick. I mean, they got Carlos Santana, but, you know, Carlos Santana's great, but he's old. So, you know, Twins right now could use a first baseman. Yankees could, but I don't know if they have the budget for it. Red Sox, no. Orioles, no. Blue Jays, no. Rays, maybe, but I don't know who I could get from the Rays. Not saying we're doing it right now, but let's go to the Rays and see if we can do some mock-ups, because they do have Yandy Diaz, but he did not have as good as year as last year in real life, so that he's definitely down in overall and potential. So let's just do, let's say Clutch McGee. That's a lot of whatchamacallit right there. A lot of stuff. And I look, could get Drew Rasmussen. You know, get a front end starting line pitcher, but no. I would want maybe, could I get Lasco? I could get Lasco if I wanted to. But they're losing. Would Clutchman and McGee want to go from a second place team to a losing team? I might want to do a winning team. But they could use, Tampa Bay could use a first base, and we can get a really, really good pitching prospect in return. So even though it would be to a losing team, I don't know why they would be buying a better first baseman. But to get a prospect like Dylan Lasco, where it maybe actually makes sense because Tampa Bay is loaded with pitching, and they could use a younger, better first baseman at least offensively. I know Yandy Diaz is probably leagues and above better than Clutch McGee. We go to the National League Padres, maybe, but they don't really have any prospects anymore. They got Kyle Tucker, too. Diamondbacks, no. Giants, maybe? Rockies don't really have anything I want. I say Giants, maybe, because there is a pitcher. So, do they have... Yeah, they need a first base because they have Lamont Wade Jr., who's not bad. He's not a bad first baseman. He gets on base like crazy. But offensively, he actually has pretty good contact stats. He's just not hitting. I say then because if I could do this, and it's almost even, but and because they have, I got Hayden Birdsong here. He's pitching games. Kyle Harrison would be nice. Who could I... Not doing it now, but who could I throw in just looking? I mean, I could give... Oh, then they go out of budget. Damn. I want it to be a bad... I mean, could it be Shea Whitcomb? It could be. And it could be Ronald Winchester, too. He could play all over the infield. Although they don't really need it. All over the infield. Shea Whitcomb is just a young player to give. Okay, so even though, again, they're a losing team, they could use it, because right now they're only 3 games back in the wild card. Even though we're only 27 games in the season. We go Central, done a trade with the Pirates. Cardinals could. They have some pieces. Like, I don't think so. I don't know where he would play. But a player I always love is Jordan Walker. And they would take Clutch McGee for Jordan Walker because I love Paul Goldschmidt, but man, he is not looking great after that MVP season anymore, which sucks because I really enjoy Paul Goldschmidt as a player. And they could use a first baseman because he's going to be a free agent at the end of this year. Although I could just make Jordan Walker their first baseman. That problem solved. But they also have someone I would like, J.G. Weatherholt. I don't know where he would play on the infield, but he is good. Which, speaking of, not that we can get him for this, but I want to go back to the Guardians real quick. Oh, I was going to say, you already have him up, but no, he is in single A. He's a great player. Oh, I'm my bad. I'm going to go back to the Cardinals real quick. A lot of talking these next couple episodes at the beginning. Pitching prospects, maybe Tink Hentz. Maybe Takoa Robbie. It would be good. Because, like I said, he's 26. He's got A potential. He's an A overall. He could get us... In real life, he could pull some decent prospects. Looking at the National League Central again. Reds? No, I don't think so. Brewers? Do Brewers need a first baseman? They might need a first baseman. I know the Cubs do too, but they don't have really any, like, what I want. I see Brewers. Actually, no, I don't. I forgot they had Reese Hoskins. But Cubs. Oh, that's the Reds. Reds, I mean, they could kind of use one. Spencer Steer is the same age and a little under the overall of Clutch McGee, and he's a better fielder, better speed. That would not make sense for them. I'm trying to be as realistic as possible. I mean, Michael Bush is hurt, but he's going to be back, and Michael Bush is good. So no there. Final place would be National League East. Now, I thought about sending him to the Marlins, maybe for Edward Cabrera, but I don't know. Nationals, no. Mets can't. Braves, they don't need a first baseman. They have Matt Olson. Phillies, no. Most losing teams looks like need a first baseman, except for maybe the winning side. Um, the Tigers, they might need a first baseman because Spencer Torkelson, the Twins, could use a first baseman. The Yankees could too, but like I said, I don't know if they have budget. Yeah, see, they're $9 million in the hole, and Clutch McGee is only $6.3 million, but there would be no one I could really take, except for maybe Carlos. Not even Carlos Rodon, because we're bad. Yeah, see, Yankees it won't work unless we get like Jason Dominguez. Even Jason Dominguez doesn't work, so we'll keep an eye out on the Twins, the Tigers, and if there's just a losing team where we can get a good prospect, like the Rays or the Marlins. Like, let's see. I know I said Edward Cabrera, but let's actually see that real quick. Clutch McGee. Could I get Edward? I could. Yeah, I like Edward, but his walk is down. But he's 25, A potential. Throws hard. Good strikeout numbers. Could we get Max Meyer? We could get Max Meyer. He is an option. Because, I mean, these guys have just a plethora of pitching. Even though Yuri Perez is out, he's going to be here for the long haul. I mean, we could dive into them. Noble Meyer, we could get too. He's 19. He's a little younger than Max or Edward, but he's there. We could maybe throw in someone with Clutch McGee, like see if we could say maybe do that. We get a twofer. Get someone who can maybe pitch for us now. Noble Meyer, and then I don't know. Dump Sean. It's a thought. I'm liking it. Another team we could dump him to that might have good prospects that could use offense. That Nationals maybe. Let's look at their options real quick. I got DJ Hertz. And they could use a first baseman. We could take DJ. We faced Spencer Schwellenbach and we beat him, so they probably won't deal with us. Josiah Gray. I mean, he's older and he's not a prospect, but he just, I don't know, maybe could use a different change of scenery. Cade Cavalli. They actually don't have as good as pitching depth as I thought. I guess for them, it would be more of like a, I don't need a third baseman, but it would be like a prospect like this or something, maybe. I wish it could be James Wood, but we're not going to take James Wood from them. Robert Hassel hasn't done much for them. Could maybe get him. I mean, we're not taking him, but it says we could get Dylan Cruz. I'm not taking Dylan Cruz from them. Maybe Stone Garrett, but we don't really need him. Just another look around. Athletics, no. Angels, no. Rangers can't. Budget restrictions. White Sox, but then they just are terrible all around. Wish I could get Luis Robert from them. But no, for winning teams right now, we'll keep an eye out. Twins, Tigers, Rays have some prospects we could get. I like that Marlins trade for Edward Cabrera and Noble Meyer. Rockies have nothing. That Kyle Henderson one, though, with the Giants was good as well, just because I like Kyle Henderson. Diamondbacks don't need one. Padres, I forgot to look at the Padres. They do need a first baseman, But I don't know, at least prospect-wise, pitching, there's nothing here. Bullpen, nothing really doing. I wish I could just be like, hey, you want to give me Kyle Tucker? But I can't. Burger McDonald, not even Burger McDonald pushes it for Kyle Tucker. Can't do Jackson Merrill. Could do Jerks and Profar, but like, what would we need him for? We like our left fielder platoon right now. Ha-Sung Kim, don't know. I mean, there's you. I don't know how to say that first name. I'm not even gonna attempt it. Rosario, but he's like Rodolfo Castro with a better potential and better contact versus left. But we got Castro. Luis Ariz is just always, for some reason, so low when he's such a good hitter. Like, I see people all the time, like, in the baseball world on YouTube, like, say, Draftneck Mark, really thinking, Luis Ariz would be better if he had more pop. And I'm like, why? Why would you say he needs more pop? I mean, I'm not saying he's Ichiro level of hitter, but Ichiro had, like, no pop, and Ichiro's, like, the greatest hitter of all time. Sorry to Pete Rose fans, I think Pete Rose is the second best hitter of all time, but I've seen Ichiro live in person before in Seattle, and dude is just the best pure hitter I've ever seen. And Luis Urias is just a pure contact hitter. I don't know why people crap on him. He's a good contact hitter. You don't need power all the time. Sure, he could maybe use a little speed in his game with his contact skills, but he puts the bat on the ball. I don't see why people hate him for not having power. He knows his game and he's really good at it. Anyway, Ethan thought that would be a crazy trade because they need catching. So yeah, nothing on the Padres front. So it's either looking at clutch. We're either thinking Twins, Tigers, because we might because we're gonna sim after this game probably to the New York series and then Detroit. We'll see how they're doing then. Then I'll look at these off screen. If there's a matchup I like at home, I might do it, but we'll probably skip this entire homestand. Get to traveling to Oakland and Seattle unless we go to Seattle in July, so we could skip, and Oakland. Do we see them any more away? No. So I actually might also skip Oakland and Seattle early and sim all the way. When do we see the Angels at away again? We do in September. So I might sim those games too, just because they're in our division, and go to the San Francisco after this. Well, after New York and Detroit anyway, when I get those recorded. I will probably sim from I'll do it on camera, but we'll pretty much sim from here to here to get to the San Francisco series. So there'll be a good chunk that we'll just let the simulation go through because we're still like maybe like 4 or 5 months away from MLB 25 the show. But like I said, this is supposed to be a 10-year in-game series trying to rebuild this team and get to a championship and hopefully multiple championships if we can get there. So definitely a lot of simming after the New York recording and Detroit recording. Because, like I said, division game, we'll see them later. Division games, we'll see them later in the season. So, yeah, that's going to be the game plan in the future. I'll probably talk a little bit in our next video when I think about more of it. But now on to the final little segment, scouting. Let's see what they've been scouting. Could use a relief pitcher. Relief pitcher. That's great. I wish we could probably draft this guy. He's probably gonna. It says right there, draft rank 1, and he's one for us. But we're probably not gonna get him because, like I said, we're right there, round 1, number 28 pick in the draft. There's a lot of good pitchers early on. I don't think any of them will fall though. Who do we like most? Oh, you throw hard? You're the second ranked overall pick, though, is what they're saying. I'm gonna scout one in hopes they fall. They probably will not fall to us. We didn't even see what this scout's best is. We don't know what their best is. Let's go look at that real quick. We can come back. So Jason actually is not great at pitcher. He's great at discovery. Bobby Swift is who we want on the pitcher. Okay, scouting. So you're better at scout. So we'll cancel you, Jason. We want you to because you're good at it. We want you to discover new prospects, and let's do pitchers in the East. I said Bobby was the good positional player. So he probably not. We don't need a first baseman. We need position wise. We need maybe a catcher. We need definitely a first base. He's in our range. So let's look at... We'll have him scout for a couple weeks. We'll have him scout Richard Masters. And then this guy, I think he was decent at both. So let's have you... What's this guy right here? This guy, he probably won't fall to us, but let's have you scout him just in case he somehow miraculously does fall to us. Because that's what we need. And then other than that, make sure the pitching rotation is okay. We'll throw Harley Pickles at the setup person. Why not? You know, we have. I'd rather have the two. Well, no. Let's swap there. Yeah. Okay. I like that a little better. Last thing, is Austin Gomer a lefty? Are we gonna see Castro and Hayes play today? Austin Gomer is a lefty. Okay, everybody, I will see you for the little after game recap. I'm gonna mute myself now, and we are gonna go to the gameplay. So, see you after. Bye-bye. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to today's game. We are in the Mile High City, where we will be watching our Austin Roosters go against the 6-21 Colorado Rockies. You see the Rockies take the field today in their City Connect jerseys. Honestly, again, we saw the Washington Nationals recently, too, as well on broadcast, and these Colorado jerseys are pretty nice, too. Austin Gomer getting the start for them today. 5 games started, 0-3 record, 28 and a third innings pitched, a 4.13 ERA, and a 1.34 whip. Only 10 strikeouts so far in 5 games. 7 up to the plate, Veronica Mars. You saw there her OPS to start the season. Having a great start. As she starts off the game looking at that fastball for a ball. See there, 6-21 again for these Colorado Rockies. Not off to a good start at all. And so far, neither is the game, as Veronica Mars now ahead in the count, 2-0. You know, teams always love to come to Colorado because of the offense, and our team is excited to be here too. Their first time ever hitting in Colorado, as Veronica Mars smacks that fastball 111 miles an hour off the bat, but foul. But not this one. This one absolutely crushed to center field. My goodness. To lead off the game, Veronica Mars hits an absolute moonshot. 497 feet, the longest home run in Austin Roosters history so far, and that one's going to be tough to beat. until they come back to Colorado, because this is their second and final stop this season in Colorado. They played yesterday, and this is game 2. And as you see there again, Veronica Mars, the dead center, just absolutely destroyed that baseball to give us a 1-0 lead early here in the first. Wow. Now stepping up, Burger McDonald. You see there, overtaking Veronica Mars in the batting average, it looks like. But he's going to ground out there to second baseman for the first out. You see our lineup. Last 10 games, Joanna Becker, 12 for 43, 279 average. She's been getting hot lately, which is good. You know, it's very good to see. Now stepping up, Freya Allen. You see they're second on the Roosters in home runs with 8 so far early on in the season. 1 behind Burger McDonald. And she looks absolutely silly going after that curveball for strike 1. You see there? Yesterday against these Rockies, 2 for 5 with 2 doubles on the game. Now has been really enjoying her time getting moved up in the lineup. You know, in this third spot since Riley Tall got hurt, and she has made every single bit count this past week and a half or so. Just crushing the baseball. Even got a decent average too. She takes that fastball down and in for a ball. So you got 242 average. She's been heating up on the contact too. She's really been enjoying the move up, but this time she's going to strike out swinging for the second out of the inning. Gomer's first strike out of the game. As Joanna Becker steps in now. I don't know why I said it like that. She swings it, misses at that fastball up and in for strike 1. You see there, 271 average, 741 OPS, 3 home runs, 16 RBI. So, you know, she's been doing pretty good so far to start this season too. We are 27 games in. You see there's 16 RBIs, third on the team so far this year. She has been very valuable at the top of this lineup. But right now, just like the batter before her, strikes out. So Veronica Mars sends a ball to Mars, begetting her last name. It makes this a 1-0 game here going into the bottom of the first inning. Now on the mound today for the Roosters, Carly Spears. She's got 5 games started, 2-3 record, 28 innings, 5.14 ERA, 1.39 whips, 10 strikeouts. Strikeout rate at about 8.3%, walk rate at a 5%. Looking to maybe, it's going to be hard though being here in Colorado because you know that offense, but she's going to try to limit some damage today, but again, you know, Colorado, you never know. As you see there, 13-14 record for the Roosters this year. 7th in the wild card standings. As Ezekiel Tavar swings and misses at that running fastball for the first strike of the game. Looks at that fork ball. Hittable fork ball, but apparently wasn't looking for it. He's down 0-2 early here. And pretty quickly, too. A pitch, it looks like it's going to be a breaking ball outside and catches a little of the zone, but definitely down out. But Tovar still able to foul it off to keep that at bat alive. See there, we're tracking the pitch. It looks like they're calling for a ball down and in. See if our prediction is correct. It is just a little too far inside for that 2-seam fastball. Ball 1. Oh, here we go. Predicting again. Looks like it's going to be a fork ball, maybe down. It was a fork. No, it was a Vulcan change. My bad. But still down. Tovar makes contact, though. Grounds out for the first out of the inning. See the Rockies lineup. Jake Cave leads the team with 3 home runs. Wow. I can see now why they are 6-21 to start the season. That's very odd for Rockies hitters to only have the highest be 3 home runs so far in the season. Let's hope they can turn it around. This is a fun ballpark to hit at, and they deserve to be good. As Brendan Rodgers fouls that one off for strike one. Takes that running fastball up and in for a ball. But, yeah, this team deserves to be good. As good as their City Connect jerseys. Because, again, when I first saw them, when they released them, I thought, wow, what a weird color combination. As Brendan Rodgers gets it past the diving Castro, getting the start at second base today for a base hit. But first saw them, I thought, oh, these color combinations, I don't think it works. But then actually seeing the jerseys, and boy, was I wrong. Do these jerseys hit pretty hard? To be fair, most City Connect jerseys for MLB teams are pretty good. I don't think there is a bad one out there. Except for maybe our own Austin Roosters, because they don't have one. Because it's like they could only make 2 jerseys for the team for some reason. As Brenton Doyle grounds it to third, they get the out at second, but can't turn the double play because of Doyle's speed. One of the fastest outfielders in the game today. Showing off his speed. See there, our little base runner thing at the top of your screen, folks. His speed is projected in the 97th percentile. One of the faster players in the league with that. But there's going to be a ground out to end the inning. So the Rockies get a base hit, but do nothing with it. Going to the top of the second. Roosters still up 1-0. Now stepping up to the plate, guaranteed out McGee. See there, 214 average, a 577 OPS, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs. Very much the guaranteed out McGee as he takes that fastball down and away for a ball. As he gets again a very hittable pitch and just pops it right up to third base. There's the first out. Told you. He just I don't know why we're starting him still. I just don't know why. Next up, Alice Bowles. Still hitting pretty good since moving up in the spot from the Riley Tall injury. And she just does it again. First pitch swinging, just slaps it the other way for a base hit. Just great bat control. I was about to say something and I realized it could be taken out of context. So we'll just say bat control. Next up, Tyler Soderstrom. Only been a few games since he got traded for and called up, but he's still hitting .545. A 1.485 OPS. 1 home run, 1 RBI. He is doing good since being traded over from Oakland. See, he takes that ball and fouls it away. And you see there, we talk about Clutch McGee. If that was Clutch McGee batting right now, that would have been an out. Tyler Soderstrom can at least foul it off to keep the at-bat going. It's a 1-2 count now. Takes that for a ball. Evens it up 2-2 apiece. You see there, down at the bottom, news, Pittsburgh Pirates Hall of Famer, at least, Andrew McCutchen hits his 300th career home run. Way to go, Andrew McCutchen. See down there, Twins acquired Dominic Canzone for Jose Miranda in the trade with the Mariners as Soderstrom strikes out for the second out of the inning. Gomer's 3rd strikeout of the game. And you see here, going after Tyler Soderstrom in that at bat. 5 pitches, all fastballs. Soderstrom's got to be at least a little disappointed with that, but it was a longer at bat than Clutch McGee's, so maybe he can be happy with it. Austin Hayes getting the start today out and left against the lefty, and he immediately grounds out to third base to end the inning. Well, we get another base hit from Alice Bowles, but nothing doing. We go to the bottom half of the second. Roosters up. Coming in, the Alex Bregman, purchased by Colorado. Again, weird choice. They're not great, but they bought the contract when the Houston Astros got out for a great third baseman in Bregman. Maybe they signed him to get some trades, maybe in July. Get some good prospects, maybe develop this team better. I think that's why they did it. Let's hope that's why they did it, because they need good prospects, and Bregman could bring them some if they do decide to trade him. But right now, Bregman going to go to Becker for the out. One away here in the bottom half of the second. Kind of the same they did with Chris Bryant. You know, they traded away Nolan Arenado, their superstar MVP caliber third baseman, and then they signed Chris Bryant, who by all means was good, but you know, ever since that signing, he cannot play. He has been riddled with injuries. But it's still a weird play. You trade one of your best players in franchise history to a team and then sign basically the same contract back. As Ryan McCann strikes out there. First strikeout of the game for Carly here in the bottom of the second. See there, two-seam forkball, and then another forkball just gets Jake Cave swinging. Bring it up. Oh no, JK was up at bat now. So then why were they showing his screen and the replay of the pitch sequence? I don't know. I'm not the Colorado big board person. I'm just the announcer here for our Austin Roosters. So I can't control that. He swings over as JK, who is at bat now, swings over the top of that slurve for strike two. See what happens here. 0-2 count. Just missed up and in for a ball. You know, Carla Spears. I haven't really seen her before, you know. She's up there, 28, 29. Not saying that's old. That's how old I am as the announcer. You know, I was saying she's up there in the pitching rotation. She's arguably our third best pitcher with projected numbers and quote unquote overall wise. You know, she's been a little worse for wear so far this season, but hey, you know, first season. As she gets Jake Cave looking there for her second strikeout of the game to end the inning. Nothing happening for the Rockies in the bottom half of the second. We go to the top of the third. Roosters up still, 1-0. And here comes one of their new acquisitions. Finally getting to see him in the lineup on the field. Rodolfo Castro coming over for the Phillies. Platooning with Carla Quinn over there at second base. As he's going to swing first pitch and ground out to third for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring back up Veronica Mars, who, as we saw in that first, crushed the ball. Absolutely crushed it. She misses that fastball. For strike one, you see there, 444 on base percentage. That's fourth right now in the AL so far through 27 games on the season. As she takes that big looping curve for a ball. You know, we talk about it every time, but Veronica Mars, she was projected to be the all-star MVP caliber player on this team, and she has been through the first 27 games of the season. Which is, you know, about the first month of the season, she has been just one of the best players. She's in a 3-1 count. She smacks one to left field. Left fielder's going to get there, though, for the out. 2 away here on the top of the third. That'll bring up our other potential MVP candidate type player so far in the first month of the season, Burger McDonald. He's 0 for 1 today. Looks like it's going to be 0 for 2 as he flies out. First pitch swing into center. So, quick inning for Gomber here in the top of the third. We head to the bottom. Still, Roosters up 1-0. Now stepping up to the plate for the Rockies, Jacob Stallings. He's hitting .282 so far in the year. Now we talked to Carly Spears. You know, before this team became a major league team, she was just a normal, no real job. Her husband made pretty good money. She was just kind of a stay-at-home mom. But you know, when she had her free time, husband's home, she played on this team before it got brought to the majors, and now she is a major league starter. And now her husband is kind of the stay-at-home dad. He still works, you know, his job allowed him to, you know, go over, you know, do work from home while she pursues this major league career. And she's enjoying it so far. And you know what? Her husband is proud of her too, you know. Which is good to have a good supporting husband, you know, who's willing to change roles to let his wife be one of the first ever women in Major League Baseball. I mean, this team has other women on it, but you know, just saying, she's one of the few. And they're only on this team so far. Anyway, as we saw there, Hillard ground out for the second out. Bringing up Ezekiel Tovar. So look at that two-seam for a ball. You see there, tied first on the Rockies with 7 doubles. It's their leadoff man. He takes that fastball for a ball too. So far, Tovar, even though he hasn't at the lead in home runs, probably what I'm seeing stat-wise so far, probably their best hitter so far this season. The checks his swing, but that's a strike anyway on the Vulcan change. For strike 1. Fouls that one off. Allen's going to try to make a play. Don't think she's going to get there in time. No. Runs the count 2-2 now here in the bottom of the third. He swings at that slur for out number 3. Third strikeout on the game, I believe, for Carly Spears. Nothing happening here in the bottom of the third. We go to the top of the fourth. Roosters still up 1-0. There's our radio commentators again. Forgot about them. If only we could cut them out of the broadcast. Too late now. Anyway, Freya Allen stepping in. She is 0 for 1 today. She takes that hanging circle change and fouls it off. Tied third in the AL with 9 doubles. The slugging has been great so far for her this year. Home run wise, double wise. She fouls that fastball off for a quick 0-2 here in the top of the fourth. Fouls off another one. Keeping the at-bat alive. Probably mad at herself for missing that one. It was away, but that was the middle of the plate. And then she gets caught looking on an inside fastball for the 4th strikeout of the game for Gomber there. For the first out of the inning. Next up, Joanna Becker. She is 0 for 1 today. She swings over top of that curveball. She is tied second on the Roosters with only 2 stolen bases. I would expect Freya Allen and Speedy McDaniel to steal more, but right now, Freya Allen has been just slugging the ball for extra bases. Not really smart to steal third. And we don't know what's going on with Speedy McDaniel. He's been hitting pretty okay so far to start the season. Don't know why he doesn't have more steals. But Joanna Becker down 1-2 here. She rockets a ball, but it's going to be foul. Probably wish she could have straightened that one out more. Could have been a 2-0 ball game with that. Instead, she's going to get hit on the slider. Obviously, not intentional there. Just broke a little too much and got her in the thigh. And we got a base runner on here with 1 out. But here comes at least 1 out. And Clutch McGee. He went 1 for 3 last game. Oh my God, he got a hit. Surprising. But so far, he's 0 for 1 today, which is the norm. So he swings over the top of that curveball for strike 2. He's down 0-2. Well, here we go again. Clutch McGee, probably the second out coming right here. Let's see. Oh, Joanna Becker's taking off for a ball. And she is in there safely with ease. Her 3rd stolen base on the year on a lefty. Figured, you know what? We see the count 0-2. Clutch McGee's down. Don't want to get into a double play because we know he's probably about to get out. So at least puts a runner in scoring position for the next batter. And yep, there it is. Guaranteed out McGee is the 5th strikeout for Gomer today. His 2nd here in the top of the 4th. As Alice Bowles steps up to the plate, she is 1 for 1 today with a base hit. Just smacked one the other way into right field over the second baseman's head. Fouls that fastball off though. Again, definitely missed that pitch. A little behind it. Maybe wasn't expecting it. She gets a little blooper into center. Center fielder Brenton Doyle with his speed able to get there for the 3rd out. Wow. Middle of the order coming up here in the bottom of the 4th for the Rockies, but the Roosters still lead 1-0. Here we go, Brendan Rodgers. He is 1 for 1 today with a base hit. He takes that running fastball for a strike. Hittable pitch. Carly got away with it there. Then gets the fork ball breaking down out of the zone for strike 2. See, they're not opting to go for maybe a slurve down and away. It's like we're trying to go for a 2-seam down and in. And that was what she went for. Right there. Didn't hit the mark though. That's a ball. Now we see our pitch predictor there looking like they're trying to get the slurve down and away. And it was, but Brandon Rogers able to hit it, but right to Castro. Castro throws it to McGee for the out. 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So he ranging to his left. He's got time. He throws it over to first. Getting the start today against lefties, and you know, that's what he knew his job. You know, he was down in the minors for the Phillies, and now he's getting a starting job against lefties. Oh my, excuse me, on the Roosters, and he is happy about that. See that Brent Doyle tied first in the NL with 3 triples already. As he is up in the count now, 2-1 here. Swings over the top of that slurve. Beautiful pitch for strike 2. 2-2 count. Hits the slurve, trying to front door him. Gets it past Austin Hayes. And Brenton Doyle for the Rockies with 1 out. It's a double. See, they're just able just to pull it down the line enough. Kept it well fair. And with his speed easily into second. Could have potentially went for third, try to get that 4th triple on the year. He's got that kind of speed. As Michael Toglia, we're just going to call him Michael Tog, steps back in now. He is 0 for 1 today. And is quickly down 0-2 in the count. See there? Relatively new to the game. He was a first-round draft pick in 2019. The first baseman, he's got a decent bit of speed on him, but he's also got a decent bit of pop on him as well. Maybe not average-wise, but that pop, it won't be seen this at-bat as he strikes out looking for the 4th strikeout of the game for Carly. Very hittable slurve. I guess just wasn't looking for it. Yeah, right there. I don't know why you're getting upset and bent about that, Michael Togg. That was a very much strike. But Alex Bregman steps back in now, 0 for 1 with a ground out, 0 for 2 in the series. As he takes that fastball for a strike. Takes that Vulcan change down in for a ball. You know, you got to think Alex Bregman was a little mad as Freya Allen gets him out. I'll finish this thought after the break in the inning. But Brenton Doyle gets a double for the Rockies, but can't score him. Go to the top of the 5th. Roosters still up 1-0. As Tyler Soderstrom steps into the plate now, 6 for 12 on here. Anyways, I was saying in the bottom half, you know, when Bregman heard the news, he had to been upset thinking, dang, I make a living off them Crawford boxes here in Houston. I know I'm a good offensive player, but my home run numbers might go down. And then he gets contract bought by the Rockies, and he had to be pretty happy. They're maybe not happy with their record right now, but to be able to go from a offensive park to another amazing offensive park, you know, is great. Especially since he could be traded to a winning team during the summer. And the Rockies could be happy with that, getting some, hopefully, prospects back. It's a good, I think it's a win-win for Bregman. Even if they don't trade him, the Rockies don't trade him, which they should. Having a full year in Colorado can boost your numbers, hopefully, from how he started this season. He'd be looking at a big contract in the offseason. As Austin Hayes steps into the plate, 0 for 1 today, fouls that one off. Missed a hanging curveball there. Saw it, got a little too happy, swung a little bit early. See down there, Marcell Ozuna smashes 3 home runs in a loss to the Guardians. How do you have a player hit 3 home runs and you lose the game? Come on, Braves. What are you doing? You see down there, more news on our ticker. You know, the Marlins doing there. News for our game down here. Brendan Rodgers snaps out of hitless streak with 2 hits yesterday against the Roosters. As you see there, Hayes grounding out to third for the 2nd out of the inning. Bringing up Rodolfo Castro, 0 for 1 on the game, 0 for 1 on the series, because, you know, today is his first start. He's getting the start against a lefty. He grounded out last time he was up. But not this time. Another deep fly ball to center field for the Roosters, as that ball is gone. absolutely crushed. His first on the year, 493 feet. Not the same distances. Veronica Mars in the first, but now the second longest home run ever hit by this team again happens in Colorado. Right now, I could not tell you the longest distance hit at the home park, but it just as a team in general, we got definitely 1 and 2 today. Absolute smack. That's why offensive players love coming to this ballpark. Again, just a dead center field. We got a 2-0 ball game now. 2 solo shots. And that's why the GM got Castro. Because look what he can do against lefties. My gosh. So Veronica Mars takes a fastball for ball 1. She's 1 for 2 today with that aforementioned solo shot in the first. Oof. Mad at herself missing that hanging slider. Got a little too excited about it. See, they're tied 5th in the AL with 14 walks so far in the season. She gets that sinker down, and then she smacks it hard center field. Going back, Royal can't make it. Veronica Mars' second home run of the game on a line. Still 432, about 99 miles an hour off the bat. Again, Colorado ballpark coming into play. I mean, I saw the ball moving. I thought it was going to be at least off the wall for an extra base hit, but no, that ball just kept going and going. And you see here on the replay, just kept going. Home run. Wow, Veronica Mars. 2 home runs on the day. Makes this a 3-0 ball game. All 3 runs scored by solo shots. 2 by Veronica Mars. She's maybe making up for what happened in Chicago in our last televised game where she wore the sombrero, striking out 3 times in that game. And now she has homered twice in this one. So she might be still a little upset as Burger McDonald apparently swings. But the rooster strike with back-to-back shots from Rodolfo Castro. And then Veronica Mars, her second of the game. We are back. I don't know why I said we are back. These transitions are pretty quick. I don't see the ads. They feel quick to me. Because, yep, definitely have ads. But Ryan McMahon steps up. He is 0 for 1 today. Takes that for a ball. See, there are 24 hits, 3rd on the Rockies. You know, Ryan McMahon, maybe another trade candidate for this team just to get some prospects back. He's a good third baseman. So is Bregman, although he's a bit younger than Bregman, so they might keep him. But he has already worked himself into a 3-0 count here in the bottom of the 5th. He takes that for a strike. Carly trying to battle back in. She throws the Vulcan chain. She does. We got a 3-2 count now. Could go either way. She got the blind out. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3 called. Up and away on the fastball. 5th strikeout of the game for Carly Spears. Wow, she battled back into that and got the K. It's Jake Cave, not K, Cave. They kind of rhyme. Steps in. He's 0 for 1 today. So he looks at that 2-seam for a strike. 250 average. 3rd on the Rockies. Leading the Rockies in home runs. It's a bit shocking when you have Brenton Doyle and Michael Toglia. As Cave's going to ground out to McDonald. McDonald throws over to McGee for the out. 2 away now here in the bottom of the 5th. It's going to bring up Jacob Stallings. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out back in the 3rd inning. Carly Spears working pretty good. But as we say that, she's going to give a ball into the corner. Stallings is going to get there. Burger McDonald takes his time throwing to second. They could have had him. They could have potentially had a play there. A little mishap by Burger, and now Stallings is in there with a double here with 2 outs. I'll bring up Sam Hilliard. He is 0 for 1 today, and now he's going to smack that ball into right off the wall. Stallings is going to come around to score. Back-to-back doubles for the Rockies now. Makes it a 3-1 game. See there, just off the wall. First pitch swinging. That little mishap by Burger McDonald come back to bite him as the Rockies score a run. They'll bring back the top of the order, Ezekiel Tovar. He's 0 for 2 today. As I was saying, Carly Spears working rather quickly, you know. So far in the 5th, it's about to hit 60 pitches. Seems about a normal work rate so far for her in the game. Just gave up her first run, though. And that'll be the only run here in the bottom of the 5th as Tovar flies out to left. But Sam Hilliard gets the Rockies on the board finally with a 2-out double. Roosters go to the top of the 6th, still leading 3-1. Now stepping up to the plate, Freya Allen. She is 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts against Gomer. And she caught that hanging slider. Deep to center field again. Gone. The Rockies score and the Roosters answer right back with a run of their own. Another solo shot. Tying her teammate Veronica Mars now for the longest home run for the team ever at 497. And now also tying Burger McDonald for the team lead with 9. Freya Allen absolutely crushes that hanging slider. She says, take my 2 strikeouts and take this as well. Just destroyed to center field. 106 off the bat. Again, 497. A little more towards left center, but still just way up there on the Concord in center field. My word. And now coming out to the mound to get his pitcher, local Washingtonian Bud Black. Going to get going. We're going to bring in Anthony Molina in relief. He's been in 10 games, 0 holds, 12 innings, a 6 ERA, no strikeouts on the season so far this year. Righty's hitting 160, lefty's hitting 381. As Joanna Becker swings at that first strike. See 0 for 1 today. Got hit by a pitch and struck out. She's also stolen a base today. It's a little behind our trackers, saying she's a little behind that fastball. She smacks one into right, but the right fielder is going to make a little hesitation move, but get there. It's Jake Cave for out number 1. Hit it right on the button, just right at someone. Oh, and here comes going to be the second out of the inning, McGee. He's batting now. He's 0 for 2 today, not shocking at all. See there, they got Justin Lawrence and Jake Bird warming up in the bullpen for the Rockies. As Jay McGee gets a hanging slider, but again, he's just going to fly out to left for the second out of the inning. Shocking that he got out. It's crazy. Didn't expect that. Alice Bowles stepping up. She is 1 for 2 today with a single. She's 3 for 6 on this little 2-game series against the Rockies. She swings at that fastball way up, though, for a strike. Just doing her things, batting 500 in the series. Just continues to hit the ball where players aren't. Maybe Clutch McGee can learn from Alice Bowles here. You would think he's, with Clutch McGee being a bit older, a bit more experienced than Alice Bowles, would be teaching her a thing, but no, apparently he needs to talk to Alice Bowles on how to get a freaking base hit. She smacks that to center, but, it's going to be tough out there when you're hitting the ball towards Brenton Doyle. But, Freya Allen just absolutely crushing a ball. Like her two teammates, Veronica and Castro, have. Makes it a 4-1 game. It's Brendan Rodgers. He's up to the plate now. 1 for 2 today with a base hit. Brendan Rodgers, you feel kind of bad for him. He was once the Rockies' 3rd overall pick at one time. I mean, he has won a Gold Glove, but somehow in Colorado just hasn't lived up to that third overall pick. Now, I'm not saying he's bad. No, he is he's a good player. He's definitely, I would say, better than average. He's a good player, but just, you would think being the third pick, he'd be better than good, As he flies out there to Clutch McGee for the first out. Not saying I wouldn't mind him on our team. He's a great player. He can be depth or a starter if we need him. Just, again, a little disappointing with the 3rd overall pick. Hasn't lived up to it. Could argue the same, right? Even though he's a bit younger and he's only been in here the league a few years, you could argue the same for the Tigers and Spencer Torkelson. He was the number 1 overall pick. Kind of fast-tracked through the minors, but just at the majors has not produced much yet. But he is only 24, where Brendan Rodgers is now 29. Now, I'm not saying that it can't happen, though. Jerks and Profar has had a pretty significant breakout season so far. Definitely not a breakout season in an alternate universe, and his stats have carried over to this one. Definitely not. He's had definitely a breakout season to start this year in our universe. At 31, finally living up to his top prospect type. So maybe Brenton Doyle can be a late bloomer too. Or not Brenton Doyle. He's the center fielder. Brendan Rodgers. But speaking of outfield, though, Michael Toglia to the left keeps it fair. There's that pop we were talking about earlier in the game. 92 off the bat, just a hanging fly ball, 387, but a home run's a home run, and the Rockies have drawn back closer. It is a 4-2 ball game now here in the bottom of the 6th. You see there, it's a high floating ball, but a high floating ball in Colorado usually means a home run. Just kept it fair. As now we got the Rockies are back in, and Alex Bregman now down the line for a base hit. They keep this 2-out rally going. Again, showing what he can do. Ryan McMahon now stepping up the plate. 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts today. And what are you doing, Colorado Rockies mascot? That is not an appropriate move. There are kids in the front row. In fact, you did that motion at a kid in the front row. This man needs to be immediately banned and fired. What are you doing? You can't do that. There are children here. Gosh, these mascots. Anyway, we got a 1-1 count here. So Ryan McMahon's going to look at that one for strike 2. Swings that forkball in the dirt. McGee over to get it. Throws to Carly for the out. But Michael Toglia makes the Rockies draw closer. We go to the top of the 7th. Roosters still up, though, 4-2. Now coming in to pitch for the Rockies, Jake Bird. 13 games on the season, 0-3 record, 2 holds, 16 innings, a 6.19 ERA, and 8% strikeout rate. Bullpen has not been great so far this year for the Rockies. Tyler Soderstrom steps in. He is 0 for 2 today. And he is going to pop that up to center field for the first out of the inning. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, folks. Austin Hayes stepping in. He is 0 for 2 today as well. He swings at that cutter for a strike. Fouls that one off. See what he does here. 0-2. Fouls it off to keep the at-bat alive. A little ahead, though. Now, not surprised they didn't bring in Speedy McDaniel. He still must be a little sore from his injury he got during the Cubs series, so they might be giving him the full day off as Austin Hayes strikes out there. And, he's not good against right, so the manager making the decision, going to bring in Carla Quinn, who is pretty decent against right-handed pitching, taking over for Castro, who had a pretty good day today. And Carla Quinn immediately coming in off the pitch hit opportunity, base hit up the middle. So the plan worked. Got a 2-out base hit now. That's what platooning's all about, and so far it's been good. And now steps in Veronica Mars. Let's take you back a couple of innings. Here's the first home run in the first inning of the game. Then here's the home run in the 6th. Just a rocket that just stayed up in the air. 2 home runs on the day for her. She takes that slurve for a ball. Surprising she didn't offer that. It was a hanging slurve right there. Carla Quinn gets a big lead. And she's going to get there at second. Going to keep to third. Second baseman can't make the play. Veronica Mars in there safely at first. A hit and run successful. She is 3 for 4 on the day. As in steps in Burger McDonald's. We got a runner on first and second now. Or first and third. Sorry. Excuse me. With one of our best hitters at the plate. He's 0 for 3 today, but it could change. You never know. We're hoping it changes anyway. But again, you never know. And he's gonna smack it, and it's gonna get by. I was correct on my prediction. That looked like it was gonna be out number 3, but somehow the Rockies just can't glove the ball. And Burger McDonald gets a base hit, driving in another run. Make it 5-2 Roosters now. You see there, just a little hopper. Didn't think it was gonna get by, but it does. And we got a brand new ball game. We're up 3 again. We flash it back here. Freya Allen absolutely destroying a ball like her teammates before her and Veronica and Rodolfo. Making her 1 for 3. She's going to smack it into left, and that ball's going to get down. Veronica's speed is going to get her there safely at home. Another 2-out RBI base hit. Freya Allen got 2 on the day. She is 2 for 4. Veronica scores. We are now up 6-2 here in Colorado. Bringing in now, the Rockies are bringing Kyle Freeland Been in 8 games, 22 innings, 6.14 ERA, a 12.1% strikeout rate. Righty's hitting 245, lefty's hitting 241. Normally a starter, but looks like he's there just to eat some innings, I guess. Joanna Becker to third, but it's going to be thrown over in time for the out. But the Roosters strike for 3 2-out base hits in a row to score 3 more runs, make it a 6-2 ball game, going to the bottom of the 7th. Get ready to stretch. See there, Carla Quinn staying in at second base. And also coming in to pitch now is Dave Quinn. He's had 12 games on the season so far, 2-1 record, 0 holds, 13 2/3 innings, a 3.95 ERA. Righties hitting 216, lefties hitting 313. Surprising. It's a surprising number there. And his strikeout rate was at about 25%. Surprising that lefties are hitting better off him than, or lefties are hitting better off him than righties. He's kind of a lefty specialist, even though, you know, the pitching rules that changed years ago. Jake Cave is down 0-2, absolutely way in front of that palm ball. He saw it middle, but just way ahead of it. It's Dave Quinn, you know, one of the harder throwers in our bullpen. Was the hardest thrower until we got Kyle Nicholas in a trade with the Pirates. And just before this game, we saw that they made a trade with the Mariners. As Carla Quinn gets there, throws it to first for the out. Get Colin Snyder, who was in their minors. He throws pretty hard, too. Maybe not as hard as Quinn or Nicholas, but just another hard arm. Got great break on his pitches. Adding some good bullpen pieces. We traded away young Jordan Michaels, but he was not doing great. Dave Quinn throws a ball there at 98. He's not doing great. He was young. He was one of the higher contracts on this team. And, you know, Snyder not making anything and being in the Mariners minor system. You send Jordan Michaels over there to the Mariners, who just magically make bullpen arms amazing. And our Roosters, they get cheaper. And they still get a good pitcher in return. Maybe not projected as good as Jordan Michaels, but they get a good pitcher. As Dave Quinn falls behind 3-0. But throws a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Stallings pops it up. Deep fly, but Veronica Mars will get there for the second out of the inning. Now Sam Hilliard now. He is responsible for one of the Rockies' runs today. At a double in his last at-bat, scoring Stallings. Oh my. Again, sorry for the burp, folks. He looks at that palm ball for a strike. Gets the screwball to McDonald. McDonald throws on the weird run, but he gets the out. I mean, we will take it, but weird throw angle there. But does not matter. It's the third out of the inning. Now stepping up to the plate, about to get the first out of the inning, McGee. Gonna not get on base, McGee. Oh my God, he got a hit, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time in what feels like forever on these televised games, Clutch McGee has got a base hit. He is on base, ladies and gentlemen. It's a miracle. It is a miracle. But Alice Bowles is going to get rid of that miracle with a ground out. 1-4-3 double play. But it happened, folks. It finally happened. Clutch McGee got a base hit for this team. Still does not make me want to keep him as the announcer. I still think our GM should trade him. But he got a hit. He finally got a hit for this team. Soderstrom steps into the plate. He is 0 for 3 today. In a 2-2 count now. And he's going to work his way into a 3-2 count now. Still alive. See what happens here. And he's gonna ground out to first for the third out. So nothing doing for the Roosters here in the top of the 8th. We headed to the bottom half. Roosters still up 6-2. Top of the order coming up for the Rockies. Speaking of the aforementioned pitcher last inning, Colin Snyder making his debut this season. You see his stats last season: 20 games, 20 in the third innings, 4.87 ERA, 1.82 WHIP. But the first game of the season this year for him. Going to be battling Tovar here. He's 0 for 3 today. Say that two-seam for a strike. And Tovar, deep to left. Will it stay fair? It is off the foul pole, so yes, it stays fair. Home run. Tovar's second of the game, or year, sorry, not the game. Only 88 miles an hour off the bat, but again, we're in Colorado. Smacks that off the foul pole, and now the Rockies have brought it back within 3. It's a 6-3 ball game. See, again, just this ballpark. Ball just hangs and hangs and hangs up, and it just flies right off the foul pole for a solo shot. Which now makes, I believe, the total. Just a weird fact. Looking back at the score, our Roosters got 3 runs off 3 solo shots. And the Rockies now have 2 runs off 2 solo shots. So 5 runs out of the 9 that have been scored today have been solo home runs. So Brandon Rogers fouls that one off. Runs the count 1-2. And Snyder already signaling to the manager out there that he's feeling a bit tired. That's a bit weird. He's only 6 pitches into this game. Confusing. But he's going to get the ground out there for the first out. Manager's going to leave Snyder in there, though, for now. Because you can't really take him out anyway, because you got to at least face 3 batters. And this is his 3rd batter right here. As it is a 1-1 count now. Brent Doyle down the line, base hit. Let's see what he does. Freya's going to get there. Throw into the cutoff. Brandon Doyle is going for 3rd, and he is going to get in there pretty easily with a triple, his 4th of the year. Still leading the National League now. It's what you can do with speed, and he showed it. So now the Rockies got another runner in scoring position with only 1 out. I say, I guess, another, because the home run counts as a runner in scoring position. Brenton Doyle's still out there on 3rd because he just hit a triple. And Snyder's still out on the mound even though he is a bit tired. He's going to get that 4-seam in there though for a strike. Now Snyder's got a 4-pitch mix. 4-seam, 2-seam, sinker, and a slurve. His slurve being his best pitch, arguably, with that break. as Michael Toglia right field. Hayes takes a weird angle to the ball, and it drops in there for a base hit. Burger McDonald again. A slow throw to second, and Toglia has a double. Let's see, look at the replay. That dunked up there. I mean, Doyle probably would have scored, but it still should have been an out. But Hayes takes a weird route to the ball. And I don't know why the Rockies camera crew here, or even our camera crew, is showing you what's happening. That ball was clearly well fair. And that's going to do it for Snyder as manager comes in and brings in a Harley Pickles. Saw her last time against Chicago. Kind of got blown up a little bit on the mound. Hoping they can turn it around today for her. She works with only one out and a runner on second. Rockies have brought it back within 2 runs here in the bottom of the 8th. Colin Snyder not having a great debut for the Roosters here. But she has worked a good count 1 and 2 here against Alex Bregman, who's not great, super great against left-handed pitching, which is weird for a righty. But then again, look at our team. Our team's numbers are projected to be lefties are better against lefty pitchers than righties. It's weird. Harley's going to throw it second just to check Toglia. He's in there safely. Bregman fouls that one off to keep the at-bat alive. Fouls another one off, keeping the at-bat alive. Gonna line out to Clutch McGee there at first for the second out. Again, not very clutch on the batter's box, but apparently clutch in the field. So that'll bring up Ryan McMahon. He was 0 for 3 today. I believe 2 strikeouts and a ground out last inning. Or last time up. He takes that curveball in the dirt for a ball. See if Harley Pickles can work out of this. As the Rockies have battled back within 2 runs now. Here in the bottom of the 8th. As that palm ball gets in there. Ryan McMahon down in the count 1-2. Will Harley Pickles help this team work out of it and keep a 2-run lead? She will, as McMahon swings at a cutter that would have hit him. Wow. The Rockies do strike though for 2. We go to the top of the 9th. Rockies still down though, 6-4. Here comes Austin Hayes. He is 0 for 3 today. And I believe his debut game for the Roosters. He looks at that curveball for a strike. A ball, sorry. Way outside. Maybe I wanted it to be a strike, you know. He's going to foul that one off, though. And left fielder just out of reach. Can't get there. He swings at that ball in the dirt. Makes contact, but right to the shortstop for the out. 1 away. You see Kyle Freeland still in, so even though she is not great against lefties, Carla Quinn is going to have to get the at-bat. Well, she's gonna get herself out pretty quick as she lines it out to left center, and Brent Doyle, with his speed, gets over there with ease for the second out of the inning. She'll bring up the 3-for-4, 2-home run MVP of the game, Veronica Mars. Gonna swing over that curveball for a strike. You know, again, she's probably mad at herself for what happened in Chicago, and has been kind of taking it out on the Rockies pitching, especially today. My word. Just a great day. But she's going to ground out and finish her day 3 for 5. Nothing doing here in the top half. Can the Roosters bullpen stay strong? We go to the bottom of the ninth. Bottom of the order for the Rockies coming up. 6-4 ball game. Coming up to the plate is Jake Cave. Harley Pickles still out on the mound. Surprised they haven't brought in Hannah Walker yet. See what Harley can do. She gets Jake to swing over that for a strike, fouling it off. Harley gets him to foul that one off as well for strike 2. See what happens here. The 0-2 pitch fouls off the palm ball, keeps the at-bat alive to Jake Cave. See what happens here. 12-6 curve, missing low and away. It's a long at-bat. We see Hannah Walker, though, in the bullpen now. Probably Harley's last batter, and she gets Cave to strike out for the first out of the inning. Going to bring up Jacob Stallings, and a weird cut. They do bring in Hannah Walker, but I don't know what our camera crew is doing. We don't get an intro or nothing. Show Hannah Walker's stats? Okay, I guess not. Hannah Walker's in the game now. First pitch is a ball. Second pitch is a ball. We are down 2-0 or 2-0 in this account, but she's going to get Jacob Stallings to swing and ground to Becker. He throws on over to first for out number 2. Hannah Walker only going to hopefully face 2 batters, but you never know. Sam Hilliard comes up now. 1 for 3 today. Base hit. Last time up. Or he has a double. And looks like he's going to get another double today. Here with 2 outs. I'm not going to test it. 2-out double, so Sam Hilliard brings up the top of the order again. The second double of the day, 7th on the year. Tovar has a home run today. Let's see what happens. And what happens is, apparently the manager is a little done with Austin Hayes on defense. They're going to give Speedy McDaniel out there just for some speed. So now the defense in the outfield is tip-top shape. They wanted to give Speedy McDaniel just another full... Just an extra full day's rest. You know he's been playing since he came back. Just against a lefty, give him a just full day. Make sure he's really, really good. But now they got him out there. And Hannah Walker has got a 2-0 count. Uh-oh. Tovar is 1 for 4 with that home run. He's going to line out to center field. Oh, Veronica Mars is in there to make the catch. The Roosters hang on to this one. It's a close margin. Win 6-4. But our offensive star of the day, Veronica Mars, 2 home runs. You see Carly Spins get the win. Hannah Walker's third save on the season. Rockies sweep the 2-game set. 10 hits apiece for each team. It was close. It was a harder fought battle than we thought, folks. But thank Veronica Mars for having an absolute offensive masterpiece to make sure the Roosters stay in the lead. It's a great game. Good afternoon for baseball. We love to see you here, folks, and we hope you're loving our team. We'll see you next broadcast. Thank you for watching. Well, that one was wasn't it? Oh, wow. We got the dub, though. Not going to be a super long outro. We're just going to sim up to here. I don't think there's really any... Yeah, don't really matchups that I don't think I want to do. But we get an offer from the Rangers. They want to give us... Jonah Heim for Daryl Ramsey. We tried to do this trade earlier, and we couldn't because of the budget. But they're trying to give it to us. Now, see, the only thing is I wish I could add to it, because I would say, no, here's a counteroffer. Give me Jack Leiter. Plus, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do love Jonah Heim. I mean, they're average stats, but his fielding is good. But we did just get Tyler Soderstrom, and he is off to a fantastic start in 5 games. So we are going to decline this trade. Alright, let's just continue simming on. AAA right now, don't care. Oh, yeah, that guy. You are not one of our people. Go to AAA. We'll let the CPU figure that part out. Yeah, we don't care. He's not injured. Oh, yeah, scouting. Let's see how well that's going. Discovered 3 new pitchers. Okay, we're at about 70% here, 40% here. Those guys you just scouted. Let's see if there's any... You said 3. That's 1 guy. I don't like 3. This guy, he's around where we're going to pick. He's 18. He's got a 5-pitch mix. He doesn't throw particularly hard. How about this one? No, not hard at all. Doesn't throw. I mean, he throws harder, but I don't like 3-pitch starting pitchers. This guy, he throws hard. He's a little after we're picking. He's a lefty. He's 21, but let's have him scout that guy. Regina George, lower back pain. She's going to be out for a few days. Carla Quinn, forearm tightness. She's going to be out for a day or 2. Carla Quinn is free. And now we are here. I don't know. We've done John Beaver twice. We'll do Daryl Ramsey next time. Let's just double check our lineups real quick. Make sure they're where we want them. Rodell Castro, no. What? Oh, don't you take out... Stop it! I want Alice Bolts. Won't you take out our Alice Bolts game? She is our... She is our guy. not our guy. She's our girl at DH. She's the DH. Look at that. See, overall, she's already got on 1 contact and 1 power on left. Rhea Allen, after that hot streak, starts seeing on a cold streak. Burger McDonald on a hot streak, though. We just saw what Veronica Mars did. Holy crap. But no, we saw the trade. It was a trade we would have took maybe earlier, but not now. So we'll see you next episode. Don't forget, like, subscribe. You don't have to hit the bell. I know people say hit the bell because they want people to come watch your videos, and I do. I want you to come watch the videos, but let's be fair. I've got like 2, maybe 3 subscribers right now. No one's clicking the bell. No one's caring about me right now. But that's why we're here grinding to make the content, to make better content as I go, to get better at editing as I go, so you have premium content, and then people will be like, God dang, I don't want to miss this guy's content because he's so good. So, bye.